here to tell me how am I to climb this mountain? Oh, stay right beside me. Watch me climb, watch me climb, watch me.
My name's Melo Dixon. I ride for Kawasaki New Zealand and I'm the MX2 current champion. I'm living in Melbourne at the moment, full time, obviously coming back to race New Zealand. I've signed with Kawasaki for New Zealand through the Australian series as well. You know, my family is just rich in love. Like they've got so much love to give out. It started out with me and my dad, 50s and 65s, and then that sort of stopped when mum and dad split up, and my granddad and my uncle stepped up, picked me up off the floor, and we're like, oh, come on man, let's go and chase this dream then, and they helped me all the way until I was about 14, 15. But I got the opportunity to come back and race for Kawasaki, and I sort of looked at it as a great opportunity, and I took it around with it. I'm definitely not where I want to be with my speed, but it'll come. Like I've showed a little bit of speed, but it's nothing compared to what I think I'm capable of, especially on this machine. So a little bit of bad luck in the first couple of rounds, and a little bit of me being off, so it doesn't really mix. But yeah, we'll come back. We'll get there.
Oh, are you still beside me? Just watch me.
They're all riding really well, especially Draper. He's found some flow this year, and it's cool to see. Racing against the old dog Cody Cooper is, it's an honour, to be honest. There's not a bad bone in that guy's body, so it's an honour racing next to him because he's accomplished so much in this sport. He was the closest one to put an end to James Stewart's streak in 1 year. So he's been there, done that. So when I'm around him, I'm just trying to soak up everything he has to say. So that's what it's like racing him. Would I stick him over a berm? Fuck yeah.
James Scott, 24 years old from Opera, New Zealand. I'm a professional motocross rider riding for Altherm JCR Yamaha. We're here in Opera, which is about an hour west of Hamilton, out on the west coast. I'm on my family sheep and beef farm. I've been working here for the last 4 years now. It's good, I got a motocross track here and I can go riding when I want. Especially it's good this time of the year because they have irrigation so we can water it, and seems to work well. Yeah, I live in one of the farmhouses just up the road from my parents' place with my wife and Ika. We've been living in that house for the last 3 or 4 years. I got my first bike when I was 5, which was a little 50. Pretty much rode that until it was destroyed, and then pretty slow into it for a while. It was slow going, wasn't great, wasn't outstanding, and then probably when I moved on to a 125 is when it started clicking for me, and my speed sort of lifted, and I realised that there's a possible career path there, and sort of took it more seriously. I've raced for New Zealand 3 times now. Once in first time Australia Junior World Championships in Horsham, and then I raced 6 days. And then my last one that I did was Motocross of Nations in France, that was probably my coolest experience on a dirt bike. Getting to race in front of 100,000 people was not something many people get to experience. It was a pretty good start to the season for me. I wasn't expecting too much going into the first 2 rounds. I'd only had 4 weeks back on the bike after knee surgery, so it was always going to be pretty tough. But I came out of the first 2 only 4 points back on the championship lead. So definitely not in a bad spot heading into the final 2 rounds on 2 tracks that I'm way more comfortable on as well. There's a few new kids on the block this year. There's a few younger guys coming through that we haven't had to race before on MX2, which is good to see because since I moved into MX2, there's not really been anyone come up and challenge at the front of the class. So it's good having a new generation coming through that's actually pushing us older riders a little bit and making us have to work a bit harder. Yeah, Hayden did surprise me a little bit. He has the speed and he's also got like the maturity when he's riding. He doesn't do silly things, he doesn't make stupid mistakes. He's sort of quite calm and collected. It's definitely cool getting to race Coops. Like, he's one of the best that's ever done it in New Zealand. There's not many guys that have, well, there's no one that's won more senior motocross titles than him. He's really good to race with. He's super clean, doesn't do anything dirty. Maybe the odd brake check here and there, but we give it back to him a little bit too. So it's yeah, what goes around comes around a little bit. Obviously, wouldn't try and do it in a dangerous spot, but I'd park someone in a corner for the championship.
Hi, I'm Curtis King. I'm from New Plymouth and I ride for Alpinestars Best Build Honda. I'm the eldest out of both me and Ryan. I'm 23 years of age and we're the sons of 1996 World Motocross Champion Shane King. Dad's always been big about fun first, and if you're not having fun, then what's the point? When we're not training and riding, we're in here working for Grant Kiwi.
I'm Ryan King, I'm from New Plymouth and I ride for Alpinestars Best Build Honda. I enjoy training a lot, so yeah, obviously we're running this morning at Tect Park and I just enjoy running and cycling and going to the gym, and it's just a cool lifestyle to have, so train before work, and I quite enjoy working here, just it's a bit, oh no, I don't enjoy it. If I could ride all the time, that'd be amazing, but yeah, it has to be done, and it's honestly not too bad. There's a little bit of pressure being dad, obviously a world champion, but you know, every time you do something, he goes, do you want to see the trophy? So you can't say much to that. He doesn't rub it in our faces that much, but we're definitely aware of the success in the past.
We don't do a lot of motos behind each other, but we do a lot of motos together. So there is definitely a rivalry there. But sometimes one of us leaves with bottom lip dragging.
Usually the person that leaves the track with their lip dragging is Curtis.
Can't even argue that one. I can't even argue it. My own journey in motocross, I've always ridden, I've always raced, but nothing was serious until I was maybe around 14. Yeah, I had a few injuries at the end of my junior career, and yeah, I started to take stuff like super serious the last 3 years, racing in New Zealand and Australia, and yeah, I've been really enjoying it.
Yeah, sort of similar age, maybe 12, 13, I started really doing more racing, and then yeah, started getting into it. First 2 rounds weren't amazing results wise, but you know, anything can happen. That MX2 class is quite all over the place, so yeah, I enjoy clay tracks much more than the sand, so that should be good for the next 2.
MX2 being so stacked at the moment, it's hard for me and Ryan to be battling each other. Like, I'm not going out there to beat Ryan, I'm going out there to beat everybody. And so, I mean, it would be cool for me and Ryan to be towards the front end battling. I think Dad would love that, and we would love that. It'd be super cool. Yeah. Every now and then we do get into a little scuffle, and most of the time he comes out on, not on top.
Whatever. Nah, all the time I smoke him, doesn't matter what.
I remember when I was super young, like 3, 4, I would follow Coops around when Dad used to run the Honda team, and I used to follow Coops around just mocking everything he said and doing everything he'd do, and that's my earliest memory of Coops. And that's why I think it's cool that he's still racing now, because for me, he's a childhood hero that I got to grow up around, and now I get to race him.
Yeah, Coops, he's more than twice my age, but that doesn't stop him at all. Yeah, it still smokes me. You think he's washed and old and stuff like that, but you know, you never count him out. It doesn't matter what it is, where it is, if he's ridden much or not, he always shows up, and yeah, he'll race you hard and smart. So everyone wants to beat Coops because of obviously he's got a long list of achievements, and yeah, everyone just doesn't want to get beaten by an old dude. I'm Hayden Draper, I'm 16 years old. I ride for Altherm JCR Yamaha. I live out here in Karaka with my family. I've got 4 siblings and mum and dad. Oh, my family's unreal. I can't do it without them. They all help in some way, so I can't do it without them. I was racing since I was on a 50, but I started getting up there just when I hopped on a 250 really, in my end of 125 career. In 2024 I went over to went overseas for my first time ever. I rode a 250 at the Junior Nationals in Aussie. It was in Bunbury. I won all races there, so I was stoked about that. And then the next year I went over to Gilman for the Aussie Nationals again. It was the older class, my last year in juniors, so really wanted to get a good result there, but just fell short and got second. But I've done the last 2 rounds of the Pro MX as well, so it's all good experience and good setting up for the future. Yeah, it's my first year with JCR Yamaha. Josh has been very helpful, can't thank him enough, and just everyone around the team's very helpful. It's great having Nabe. I don't really know what to say. I've never really had a mechanic before other than Dad, so it's awesome getting a mechanic and it being Nabe. He does everything for me, it's great. Yeah, Nabe's great on the pit board. Every lap I come around, there's something helpful on there. If I'm getting too sketchy, he'll tell me to chill out, or if I'm out front, then he'll tell me how long, which is great because you always want to see the white flag when you're out front. This is my first year on a 250 and MX2. Oh, I got a great start. I would have whole shot, but someone came in a little bit too hot. Just stood on the back brake and clipped my front wheel, and I just touched the front. Not much I could have done except try run out of it, so that's what I did. Yeah, I came back from last in the second race as well, and that's where I used all my energy. I got back to 4th in that one, so in the last one I was pretty flat. I was hoping for a better start and not make it so hard for myself. On the track, I just try to focus on myself, not get tangled with anyone else, just ride my own ride. But it's also great racing older people like Cody. Oh, it's definitely different than battling a younger junior. He's got a lot of experience, but it's sick. I love battling with the older boys. I guess you put in the work and it shows. I've been working away for a few years now, just gym every day, ride 2-3 times a week. It's just finally starting to show. The more work you do, the more you believe in yourself. That's how I do it, so I always put in as much work as I can, and I just believe in myself by the end. I love 4-wheel driving. Not that I can yet, I just got my restricted, but I love hunting, just anything outdoors really, mountain biking, just into it all. Yeah, that's definitely the dream, to do what I love and get paid for it. I couldn't think of anything better.
I'm Cody Cooper, 42 years of age, riding for the CML GasGas Racing team and racing in the MX2 class. Yeah, MX2 class has been a bit more depth than the other years, so it's been awesome actually seeing the young ones come up and give me a hiding at the first 2 rounds, but hopefully we can go to the next 2 and yeah, surprise them. Yeah, got a new baby now, baby Iris. She was premature 2.5 months, so that was a big shock to us. Yeah, it was pretty emotional, considering it all happened within an hour. We left home, something was wrong, and then just pulled up within an hour in the hospital. They were cutting her out, and then had to get airlifted to Hamilton, and then from there on we just moved over there the next day and just trying to deal with it. So you don't know about premature babies until it sort of happens, you know. So I'm thinking she might not live because it's not meant to be born this early, you know. So yeah, the first time she, you know, put a hand over my nail was like just barely covered my fingernail. So she's can do a whole finger pretty much now. So she's growing really well, putting on the beef. Yeah, she's getting pretty feisty. So all the good things are happening like they should, I guess. Yeah, or we wouldn't be here if it was, you know, for Kiri doing all the hard work, and she's a strong woman, that's for sure, you know, going through all that and working at the same time, so she's doing an unreal job. Yeah, my journey's been pretty long. I think it's 30-something years of riding a dirt bike. Some of the highlights for me would be obviously getting 5th in America, and then obviously getting 2nd at Southwick and 3rd at Unadilla. Just little things like that. They weren't necessarily wins, but they were accomplishments, I guess, that I know that were good. Australian title. Even though I probably should be in MX1, I feel like I've gone to the age where I'm like, I need to come down, you know, and sort these kids out. And okay, you're good now, you can go on to make money overseas. Make their life hard to make, you know, get them into the next level, and it's normal to be under pressure, I guess. But now there's more of them, they're all helping each other, so it's awesome to see. Pushing each other, and they're quite hungry, and it's good to see the aggression in all of them. Yeah, I think all the MX2 riders are they're all mates anyway. So I'd say there'd be some heated arguments after some races. Of what I've seen in front of me, hitting each other and carnage. From the first 2 rounds that we've had, it's whoever gets a start normally finishes up there, and if that person doesn't get a start, they normally finish, they can't climb back up to the, you know, top 3. So it's it shows you that there's actually some good depth in that class. I feel like I'm giving back for sure. Coaching, maybe regulars, maybe 10. And then maybe more sort of one-on-ones like here and there. Yeah, definitely has changed meeting Kiri for sure, and helped me progress to racing and sort of coaching, and then transitioning into real life, where I'm not just stopping motocross and then I don't know what to do, you know, and it's having regrets of giving up. So I think giving up after the season is, I'm happy to do it, like there's no regrets, you know. Definitely giving up this time. Yeah, it's too hard. Even through some of the races this year, I've been like, what have I done? Madoc, he still rides the same now, which is good, has the aggression, but he lets the riding do the talking, which is awesome. Maybe he can be the last person I punt over a berm. Friendship-wise.